Academic research is broken. I'm sure I'll be downvoted to the center of the earth because I dare complaining from a privileged position. But I've been a scientist for over 15 years and worked in several research institutions. Reading this sub made me realize how bad the work conditions are for academics. And I'm not talking about American scientists in particular. This applies to all of us. We are almost always forced, verbally by the boss and morally by the fear of losing funding, to work insane hours running experiments and publish our results on high-impact journals, the publish or perish grind. Only a few of us land a permanent position. The other 99% is funded by short-term fellowships or contracts. But in most, if not all, countries there's a limit to the years one can receive these. In my country it's 6 years. After that we either win a research grant, salary plus research money, or we're out of business. We are chronically underpaid and the reason is that we have no unions. Nobody cares to even create one because of how fast we turn over. Oh, and while working like this we're supposed to find a cure to all human diseases. Stop hunger. Conquer all planets and whatnot. Guys, it's time to value the people that invented the pills you shove down your mouth every morning. I am so fed up with this system. No wonder every disaster movie starts with a mad scientist. Anyone else relates? Fellow scientist here. Biomedical. And these are big facts. I chose a non-traditional route after grad school and live it. This is why all supervillains have a PhD. Hello from a fellow scientist, couldn't agree more. Not viewing academics as workers is what got us here. In my country postdoctoral researchers aren't viewed as employees and get zero benefits, overtime, or time off. Yeah. I wanted to do research for my field but then I saw the workload every researcher I knew had. Which you don't really have a choice about because you basically have to do it all to compete with other researchers who are all doing the same thing. I realized my mental health just wouldn't be able to handle it and gave up that dream. Yeah. Academics have been increasingly squeezed by the same capitalist pressures that are crushing everyone. The promise of tenure is mostly a remnant of a bygone era. For most academics, it is a Squid Game deathmatch of stress and grinding. Not only is it horrible for the humans themselves stuck in the grinder, it also destroys the integrity of academia as a whole. Because capitalism provides perverse incentives and distorts research objectives. Former university scientist here. I've had all possible temporary positions with the shortest contract of only 2 weeks. In hindsight it was crazy. Always the prospect of a permanent position in the future to push you to work a little bit harder. I finally realized the broken system after I was ranked number 2 for a permanent position when the university changed what they wanted mid-process and I got out. At first it was like breaking up from a long-term relationship, but after working in a good private company I've never had it better. Good work-life balance is key. You're working class. You belong here. Somehow academia has found its way to a feudal system where your future depends on a very old man, often creepy, that can crush your career in a blink of an eye. Scientists should get more recognition. It's not a privileged position emo. The people essential to our survival, aka scientists, teachers, social workers, should be privileged. We should stop giving all this money to rich investors and FNG capitalists. I'd give them to the people that actually do something. This society. Agree 100%. I've been in developmental neurobiology research for 5 years. Finally had to shit or get off the pot getting a PhD. But every PhD student I knew in the institution was on the verge of total psychological collapse. I've got one more year and then I'm bailing. I work at a university in research. Always 3-month or 6-month contracts and all results driven. Takes 1 hour? Fine. Takes 1,000 hours. Your problem. Outstanding of that pay and conditions are fantastic. Work is work and yay, you're 100% on point. Get ready for a slow demise to higher ed as we know it. We'll see it happen in 10 to 20 years, I think. Facts. Academics are treated like ass. My friend who topped his class and was offered a tutoring position got $300 a week. They gave him a pay raise after a few years. $7 whole. Can I add that the publishing thing is also ass? You do the research, go through peer review, rewrites, etc., then the publishing company gets the rights and all the money. Complete ass. Agreed. I dropped out of the grad program in psychology the moment I realized how messed up the APA guidelines to push research out is. In order to graduate, I needed to provide a thesis showing statistical evidence that the results support the study in a timely manner, regardless if it even meant anything. I remember most other classmates didn't really give two Fs about what they were doing their study on, just as long as it let them graduate the following semester. And then we have to do the same thing to graduate with a PhD. And then to keep a teaching position. The time-limited, state-funding research made me question how reliable these research studies ring published out. There truly are now thinking face, because at the end of the day, researchers are just pushing something out there, just to graduate, keep their job, and/or keep their funding, because they sometimes only have so much time and resources to provide such results, numbers. And then what happens to all of the studies which are considered non-significant? Shredded. Never heard about again until the next schmuck thinks of the idea. Wastes all their resources and time trying to promote significant results. And fail to do so. Unless they skew the results somehow unamused, and so on and so forth. And over again, I'm sure. I think in science, non-significant results should be considered just as important as significant ones. And all studies should be considered and available for researchers to learn and understand more from. Kinda bull that if it doesn't produce some sort of result, it's all complete trash. Sometimes not getting what you expected can be just as important in science. Especially in psychology. It makes me wonder who actually does benefit from this system, because I'm uninsured and haven't seen a doctor in 2 years. I did a graduate degree in poli-sci. My advisor told me to GTFO of academia. The reproduction crisis alone shows that capitalism needs to end. Solidarity. This is absolutely unacceptable. And thanks to you all. Join the dark side. Join industry. JK. It's all the dark side. But for real. Consider getting out of academia and try other routes. Wife found a great startup instead of going the academic route after her PhD, and she really enjoys her work with great pay. I'm so angry for you. I'm just starting my master's and taking my first research methodology course. I feel like I've finally found my home, but have been so disillusioned by this entire process so far. I hate this system, but I'm a novice needing guided participation from experts like you. I plan to take a non-traditional approach to my education focused on non-weird research in SE Asia. Come to Asia. Your knowledge and expertise will be welcomed here.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.